And yes, this is your commentator again, with no intro credits because we didn't have time to make the video. So basically the commentary is live. This is race 2 of round 2. It's the 4th race in this summer 2021 season. Simon Allen won the first race, followed by Diogo Silva and Diogo Almeida. Race 2, we have the starting grid here. Again, we have 9 drivers. Simon Allen is on pole position, followed by Diogo Silva, Kev Allen, Jumbo, an excellent 4th, Stuart Brand 5th, Scott Davley 6th, Frankie 7th, Diogo Almeida only in 8th, followed by Dale Taylor. Let's see the start from the man that is on pole position, and that is, of course, Simon Allen. Enjoy! And away they go, and everyone seems to have had a good start, but no, that's Diogo Silva actually almost losing it and has lost a number of positions. Someone has attention, we've got a crash there, and we are going to try to establish who that was. It seems to me that is Frankie or Diogo Almeida. Let's see. Let's try to rewind this thing and see the perspective there, because I think, Diogo Almeida went wide, and there is the other driver that has lost it. That's Frankie that has lost it in turn 1. And Diogo Almeida crashes with Dale Taylor. Diogo Almeida hits the back of Dale Taylor and is now stuck. Dale Taylor returning to the track. Of course, Diogo Almeida could not press the reset button. What a disaster for him. Dale Taylor rejoins Frankie, who has also spun, has rejoined the race as well, and they have lost a lot of time. All these drivers. Scott Davley has dropped to 6th. Diogo Silva, look at this, he has dropped to 5th place and is behind Jumbo and Kev Allen. Kev Allen has had a problem. Kev Allen has had a problem as well in that car. Where is he? Let's try to see what has happened to Kev Allen. Let's rewind and see what has happened. I believe it has been in that usual corner. Yes, indeed. He has spun. There you go. There you see the replay. Let's watch the replay of Kev Allen losing it. Kev Allen was up to 2nd. And look at this, running wide there and running wide again. And there he goes, spinning and parking his car beautifully on the grass, presses the reset button. He's back in the race, but he's down to 6th place. Scott Davley is up to 5th. Diogo Silva up to 4th, but he's got Jumbo and Stuart Brand. Simon Allen, in the meantime, has opened a little bit of a gap. Let's follow the race with the 2nd place man, Jumbo, that has made the perfect start indeed to this race. And what a beautiful red Ferrari that Jumbo has here. We are on lap 1 out of 12. Simon Allen is disappearing in the horizon. Jumbo in 2nd place. Stuart Brand wants a little bit of that action as well, and he's getting to the back of Jumbo. And look at this, he could perfectly make a move, running wide there. Jumbo almost lost it, but not quite. Stuart Brand is in the position to make a move, but not quite. Diogo Silva is a very interested spectator and actually coming under attack. Look at this, Jumbo running wide in turn 1, but fortunately just in the tarmac. He does not lose any time almost, but look at this, Stuart Brand now coming after him. This is excellent, an excellent battle for 2nd place, with Diogo Silva following and Scott Davley not far behind. That's the closest battle we see right now in the field. Kev Allen has gone up to 6th place, and Stuart Brand wants to find a way around Jumbo quite quickly. He seems to be losing a little bit of time behind Jumbo. And Jumbo now losing it and going wide there, but somehow manages to still be in 2nd place. That's almost physically impossible. And of course this means that Jumbo is lagging again, and of course this does not make life easy whatsoever for the drivers behind. Stuart Brand is trying to see how he can handle this sandwich that he's now into in that number 52 Ferrari, as he comes under attack from Diogo Silva. And now Stuart Brand has spun and lost it. And can he recover? He loses a lot of time. Scott Davely is through. And also Frankie is up to 5th place. And Stewart gets behind Cavallo. Now he's going to lose the position as well. So disaster for Stewart Brand in this race. Jumbo is now under attack from Diogo Silva. And something has happened to Scott Davely as well. We are going to try to establish what that was, because the American driver has lost time and we couldn't quite figure out how he has lost that time. And we are going to find out by going back in time. Here he comes. No, he was already in 7th then, so something must have happened before. He lost positions to Frankie and to Kev Allen, but we are not going to give up. We are definitely going to find out what has happened to Scott Davely here. Oh, it seems to be... oh, there is Scott Davely, and there he is. Scott Davely is parked under the bridge. Yes, that is what has happened to him. And Kev Allen, in the meantime, has now gone up to 5th place. And that 5th place, of course, because we went back in time, is going to become 4th place right now, right here, when Stewart Brand is going to spin. I accurately predict. And here comes now Kev Allen. Up into 4th place. There he goes. Stewart Brand down to 7th. Frankie is up to 5th. Here he is after spinning in the first meters of this race. Here he comes in an excellent 5th place. Let's check out the battle for 2nd place, because that could be quite hot quite soon. That's Diogo Silva here in your image. You can see visually that he is not far behind Jumbo. And of course Simon Allen is... oh, and Jumbo is again in, well, 2 places at the same time, as Diogo Silva couldn't quite figure out where exactly he was. That is a very, very naughty Ferrari number 50, the Ferrari F50 with the number 50, as Diogo Silva and now Kev Allen are struggling to figure out where... oh, and they seems to... is this a real off? I think it is a real off, and Jumbo has actually gone into a scramble of his own, and he seems to... look at that, beautiful. Oh my goodness, he seems to be really lacking spatial awareness there. And look at that, that's some of the most beautiful sequences I have ever witnessed in Project Cars 2. Jumbo is certainly adding a lot of color to this race. Absolutely mighty battle there with Frankie, and look at that, looks like a slow-mo. And Frankie, of course, is a little bit disoriented with this. He's still in 5th place, but Jumbo somehow maintains 4th. Let's go through the field, because we are at the end of lap 3. Simon Allen is laughing all the way at the front, because no one has been any close to the British driver that is targeting his 3rd win in a row. And what a statement that would be for the championship. Diogo Silva has reached 2nd place, but he is 7 seconds behind, and he has not completely cleared Kev Allen, the recovering Kev Allen. Look at that, Kev Allen drifting beautifully. And of course Japan is a country that is known for so many drifting drivers. Look at that now, Kev Allen, and Jumbo has been overtaken by Frankie as well. What a move that was by the American driver, up into 3rd place. And Kev Allen has been yo-yoing in this race between a podium position and now in 5th place. He's now stuck behind the lagging Jumbo, and he will want to clear the British driver as soon as possible, otherwise he can become quite spatially disoriented, I would imagine. Scott Davely, look at this, Scott Davely. That's Scott Davely spinning. Now that's Kev Allen spinning again, and what a perfect spin that was. Absolutely beautiful. He is facing the wrong way around, presses the reset button, and loses another position to drop to 6th place. Stewart Brand is in front of Dale Taylor. We have not seen much from Diogo Almeida, but he has been struggling as well since that incident on lap 1. He's in 9th place. Stuart Brand in 7th. There's a nice battle here in the midfield with Kev Allen, Stuart Brand, Dale Taylor and Diogo Almeida. Look at this. This is now Frankie and Jumbo. We are going to follow this. Jumbo run wide there in the 130 yard. Let's follow this battle because I can sense that some action or the other is going to appear here. Look at this. Jumbo losing time in the last corner. Frankie is in 3rd place and Jumbo just lost 2 seconds in the process. Let's see. Where is Scott Davely? Yes, and look at this. There's a train of drivers here behind Jumbo that are not that far from one another. What a race. This has been certainly a little bit more enthusiastic than race 1. That's just Old Folks Racing PlayStation for you. It's battles throughout the field. What a marvelous performance we are witnessing here at this Sakitto circuit. Nice job there by Scott Davely. He has recovered from a relatively poor start and now he is trying to see where exactly he is his opponent, and he definitely wants to go up into 4th place. And Jumbo again running wide, but is this the real life or just fantasy? I think it's real life this time, and Jumbo has actually dropped in the... Well, he's dropped... yes, there he is. He is now coming back. Look at this again. Beautiful recovery there, and is back on track, or is he... Oh my goodness, this looks like a 1980s... This looks like Microprose Grand Prix in my 1992 PC that was rather slow and the frame rate dropped to around this, and I still played it day and night. Jumbo certainly is facing that in 2021, and that is must be a difficult car to control. Diogo Almeida is up into 8th place. I'm sorry, he's still behind Dale Taylor, but I can sense that there is some battle here. And Stuart Brand has not cleared, not opened the gap compared to these 2 drivers. So Dale Taylor, after being relatively discreet in the first half of this race, could certainly be in play potentially for a top 5. No, he's not in play for a top 5 because he has parked the car again in the grass. Press the reset button, Dale, otherwise it's going to be a long time to get out of that grass. Can he do it? Yes, he can, but he's lost the position to Jumbo, and he's going to have it to do it all over again. Let's see the gaps in the track. Let's see where the battles, where the action is in this race in Old Fox Racing PlayStation. Here is the action, and that is a group that is composed by Scott Davely. Oh, someone is off there. That is Kev Allen again, and Kev Allen has really... Oh, look at that. He's trying to recover and is... Oh, absolutely beautiful. That's an 8 out of 10 in that type of jumping with this car. He certainly seems to be lacking at this point the skills to tame this Ferrari F50, and of course this is the problem. When you do a mistake, you just try to overdrive this car. And I can tell you, this is not the car that you can overdrive, otherwise you are going to feel it in your skin. Look at this Diogo Almeida with all the misfortunes that have happened around him. Kev Allen, Dale Taylor and Jumbo more specifically. He is up into 6th place. And someone was running wide there, I believe it was Dale Taylor, but he seems to have recovered. Yes, that's the yellow car of Dale Taylor. He seems to have recovered, although he's lagging a little bit as well in his connection. And on F6, we haven't reported on our leader Simon Allen. Diogo Silva is doing a good job keeping him honest and reducing the gap slightly, but I believe that might be a little bit too high an ask to ask Diogo Silva to recover from a position. Well, it was 6 seconds, now it's a little bit under 6 seconds, so Diogo Silva certainly has not given up. There he is. He's running on his own, as is oh, and Frankie. Is that Frankie or Kev Allen? I believe that's Frankie. Yes, Frankie has spun under the bridge and has undone all the good work that he has done so far in this race. He's still in 6th. Look at this, Diogo Almeida. After a slow start, he's up into 5th place. Now let's see what happened. What will happen to Frankie? That was obviously a spin in that corner just before the bridge, the underpass, the Sakitto underpass. That is very, very tricky indeed. Let's go back to where the action is. Scott Davely is now up to third, and he has done a very good job of keeping this car in the tarmac, and he might be rewarded with a podium because Stuart Brand is not far behind. He's only a second, but I'm not certain that Stuart has what it takes to recover that podium position. Diogo Almeida has lost a little bit too much time in the beginning of the race. He's now 4 seconds behind Stuart. He's 6 seconds behind the podium. And let's see, Frankie now in 6th place. Let's watch him for a little bit. Kev Allen really has yo-yoed a lot in this race. Dale Taylor in 8th place and Jumbo now in 9th. And Jumbo seems to have some sort of problem because he's clearly dropped back from all the other drivers. Frankie now approaching that spot where he lost it last time. Let's see if he gets it right this time. Let's hope. And well, incredibly, he still goes a little bit off track, but survives to fight another day. But now under attack from Kev Allen in that number 22, and Kev is trying to salvage as many points as possible. Frankie running wide there in the spoon curve, so did Kev Allen, but less so. And now the gap is not much really. And Kev Allen has spun again. Kev Allen has spun at the exit. Dale Taylor almost joins him. Reset button, and he has dropped again. What a disastrous race this has been for some drivers, and Kev Allen probably at the top of it. After a relatively good start, he's just been dropping back and back. Dale Taylor is up into 7th place. Frankie is up into 6th. Let's see the gap between Stuart Brand and Scott Davely. That's an exciting battle for a podium here. Diogo Silva in the meantime has reduced to 5.5 seconds, but we are in the closing stages of this race. Closing stages of this race, and Stuart Brand does not seem to have the pace, necessary pace to go and put Scott Davely under attack, under serious threat. He is only a second and a bit behind, but it seems to me that Scott has what it takes to maintain this podium position, which would be a very, very good result indeed for the American driver. Still 3 laps to go at the end of this one, so nothing is set in stone, especially not with this very difficult Ferrari F50 in a very challenging track of Sakitto. Diogo Silva has lost time. Diogo Silva has lost a second or so now. So Simon Allen seems to have what it takes to have his 3rd victory in a row. Let's look at him just to remind ourselves we do have a race leader, and he's doing a great job there, not making any mistakes whatsoever. Frankie has lost time as well. He's lost time, and he's lost the position to Dale Taylor, and wow, look at that. Doesn't like the monster energy, and someone, and now crashes into the barriers, and he's going to crash again. Look at that, and he's going to spin into the barrier and loses another place now to Kev Allen, and loses another place to Jumbo, and is now in 9th spot after such a strong performance. That would be a disappointing end of the race. Let's see if he can still profit from some misfortune of other drivers, because every lap or so we seem to have a misfortune with someone. Jumbo is now in 8th place, Kev Allen is in 7th. And Dale Taylor, after a few misfortunes of his own, is up into 6th place. Let's track the difference between 3rd and 4th. Seems to be stable. 2 laps to go. And right now those are the only two drivers that are less than 2 seconds apart. Look at this, Diogo Silva has lost even more time now. He's 8.8 seconds, and I think that's game over for Diogo Silva, that is going to have to be happy with second place in race 2, round 2 here at Sakitto. And if this result is maintained, Simon Allen is going to have his third victory in a row. I don't think this has happened before with Simon Allen, but I would need to check the archives of this league. It's also going to be, I believe, the first time that we have first and second being the same drivers in the opening 4 races of a championship. Indeed, in any 4 consecutive races of a championship. Again, I would need to check that. Scott Davely is going to finish in third. He's got 2 laps to go, and now, oh, look at this, something has happened to Stuart Brand, and we are going to find out, because I'm actually very interested in what happened to Stuart, and certainly he seems to have lost a lot of time as well, so this was significant. We couldn't quite catch live what has happened, but let's see where. Ooh, it seems to be something at around 130R. Ooh, look at that. He certainly seems to have a big off there in 130R. And this is what happened. Let's see it in slow-mo. Why not? He seems to be running wide, and then bang! Into the barrier goes Stuart Brand. Bang! He goes then and loses time, and then spins again because the grass is ever so slippery here. And of course, oh, and then spins again. My goodness, I hope that this is not going to be a marketing video for this league, because I believe this is not representative. What we have seen here, not only with Stuart but also with other drivers, is not representative of the real skill that these old folks have, and they certainly can do a lot better than this. We have a very, very challenging car, and I believe, oh, look at that, someone is actually smoking tires, and that's again someone into drifting, and that was no one other than Kev Allen, as now we have a battle for 6th place. Look at this, Dale Taylor, after all sorts of trouble, is up into a top 5 position. So is Diogo Almeida up to 4th, and this shows that with this type of combo, consistency is absolutely key, more so than absolute pace. Kev Allen now running slightly wide. No, yes, that was Kev Allen running slightly wide, and let's see if he we are now following Frankie. I couldn't quite figure out what's happening with this replay. No, that's Kev Allen in 6th place. Simon Allen is already in his last lap. These two drivers seem to still be battling with one another, and I am just going to follow them through this section, because that's a very, very high potential for trouble, which of course we do want to capture in this replay. Let's see if both of them can make it through 130R this time round. Yes, they can. They are almost 40, more than 40 seconds behind the leader. Simon Allen is already well into his last lap. So let's follow the last few corners of the leader since the beginning. Again, commanding leads. This time he's got the pole, and he's probably got the fastest lap as well. Although we cannot see the fastest lap in this view. Just a few more corners to go, and Simon Allen is going to win at Sakitto. What a dominant round this has been for him. Absolutely zero mistakes, race winning pace, and Simon Allen now just a couple of corners to go before the checkered flag is waiting for him, and is going to get another win. And again, make no mistake, this driver, Simon Allen, has been the fastest ever of everyone here, and he wins the race. Diogo Silva did a good challenge, kept him honest, but has to settle for second. A few more seconds for Scott Davely to cross the line. Scott has done an incredible job to keep it in one piece. Mr. Consistency has done it again, this time rewarded with a podium for that number 12. Scott Davely crosses the line. There you go. Diogo Almeida, not far behind, has done a good job as well after a difficult start. Dale Taylor, look at that, he is in 5th place after a very good performance in the second half of this race. Oh, and Kev Allen has lost it. Kev Allen has lost it in the last lap, and Stuart Brand is up into 6th place. Kev Allen ends up losing a position in the final lap of this race, and is going to have to settle for 7th, almost losing a position to Jumbo as well. And Frankie, after running 3rd, I don't think that a driver has run in so many different positions in a race. Again, I will have to check my archives. He was in 3rd, and the lowest he has been is in 9th, and that's quite an array of positions to be in as he crosses the line. And we come to a close in this second round. Thank you for watching. There is more next week. I hope you enjoyed this replay. I certainly think that this has been an amazing race, and more to come in Old Folks Racing PlayStation. Thank you very much.